In this video, we are going to be discussing the field map in Power BI. We're going to be discussing the field map in Power BI. But before we get into the video, scan the QR code, follow the link, input your email address. That will make you an official member of the community of CTOs. That's right, all you have to do is scan the QR code, follow the link, put in your email address, and that'll make you an official member of the CTOs. What do you get as a member of the CTOs? You get a free weekly newsletter, but it's not just any newsletter. What it is, the first part of the newsletter, you're gonna get access to our job portal, an exclusive Power BI job portal. So if you're looking for a Power BI job, if you're looking for one of those six-figure positions, six-figure opportunities, we've got a curated job portal just for Power BI opportunities. That's the first thing you get. The second thing you get is access to our free weekly webinar. You get access to our free weekly webinar. Now, you still must register register to attend the weekly webinar, but the webinar is free. The webinar is free. And here's the deal. It's held 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, it's held 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. What else do you get when you become a member of the CTOs? You get access to our live events that are held around the country. That's right. I hold live events around the country where I teach Power BI and hold Power BI seminars. As a matter of fact, here's the deal. On May 1st and 2nd of this year, I am going to be holding a live event in Dallas, Texas on May 1st and 2nd. 8 hours on Friday, 8 hours on Saturday. 16 hours of nothing but Power BI. When you walk away from this event, you are going to be Power BI ready. You're going to be Power BI ready, guaranteed, because I'm going to be leading the instructions. So here's the deal. All you have to do is scan the QR code, follow the link, and then put in your email address, and you officially become a member of the CTOs. With all of that said, I'm going to stop right there, and we're going to move right over into the video. Welcome back to another lesson in the power of the BI. That's right, welcome back to another lesson in the power of the BI. So in the last lesson, we talked about the map, the map, which looks like the globe, and I did delete it, but I'm just going to recap it real quick. We talked about the map that looks like the globe, and we used latitude and longitude to show the locations of the capitals of the United States, and we showed that we had Anchorage up here somewhere, and we've got Hawaii out here somewhere, and then the other 48 United States, contiguous, however you say that, is here. What I also didn't show you in this particular, I'm glad I did delete it. What I didn't show you here is that we could take out the latitude and longitude, and we could bring in the state name and place it right under location. Oh, kind of scared me for a minute. I had latitude still in there. So what just happened here was, let me go back and show you what I did, because it could be a common problem. So we're using latitude and longitude here. But what I was attempting to show you was that Power BI has a smart sense, I think it's called smart something, whereas it recognizes the names of states and countries and stuff like that. So what I could do is I could bring in the state name. I brought the state name in, but I have kept latitude here, and I've got latitude and longitude and state. One is not going to allow you to use the latitude and longitude and the state name. You either use the state name or the latitude and longitude. So I'm going to take out latitude and longitude, and now we see we have the same information. Now, the field map is going to work very similar. So I just clicked, I just changed the map because they're similar visuals. I just changed the map and I used the state name. And this lesson is about the field map. The field map really is not much different than the than the regular map. That's just like the globe. So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on that. But what we didn't look at on the regular map that we're looking at here, that we can look at here on the field map, is, for instance, if we have a slicer and that slicer has the capitals in it, so we're going to drag the capitals up to the slicer, and now we can select any of the capitals, and now it'll take us to that particular state. Annapolis, Maryland. Let's make this a little longer. Charleston, I believe that's South Carolina. I believe. Charleston, yeah, I think that's South Carolina. Columbus, Ohio. But if we can hit Control, hold Control, and let's hold Control. Let's take South Carolina out. No, Columbus, South Carolina, Charleston, Virginia. I think, I don't know. But let's select Austin, Texas. Let's select, I know Little Rock because I'm from Arkansas. I'm going to select Little Rock. Let's see. Montgomery, Jefferson City, Missouri, or Missouri, depending where. I used to live in Kansas City, so it could be all kind of stuff. But anyway, you can hold Control and then select, and it'll select all the states that you are trying to account for. And the reason why this is a big player is because you could have population up here, and you may want to find the population of just Texas. And then if you select Arkansas, Missouri, Nebraska, and Alabama, you got the total population of those states, right? So this is giving you an idea of how to work with the field map visual. So the regular map gives you a pinpointed location of an area you're trying to get to, and the field map fills in the entire area. And the entire area we're talking about here is Texas. Field map does not have to just be Texas. You could get more custom with it. If you use the custom map visuals, you can come over and you can say import from visual. As we have seen before, we could import the visual. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for custom. Get more visuals. Get more visuals. Get more visuals here. And we're going to come over to the search. We're going to select maps, and we've got all of these different map visuals that we can choose from. I'm not going to go into the custom visuals. This is something that you can dig into on your homework, but just understand that there are a lot of different map visuals that you can use. And if I uncheck all of these visuals, now I can actually select states on my own, and I can do a Control Shift. So I can undo the control, then hold Control, select Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, and Illinois. That could be a region for whatever company that you're working with or whatever product you're looking at sales in. So that gives you the idea of what's going on with the map. So we spent a little time on this visual, which is the field map visual, and the other map visual is the just a general map visual, but it's the map of the United States, and it looks like the globe. The Azure map, where we can select the Azure map, and it can take us to it can change over similar to the field map or similar to the regular map visual. And in this particular case, the Azure map is showing us the pinpointed location. Typically, the Azure map, well, one advantage of the Azure map is that it has access to Azure data, data that's provided by Microsoft. Actually, the Azure map, is a little bit tricky because it is the in-house data, it's in the in-house locations for the servers for Microsoft. So you definitely want to make sure you have permission, or the company that you're working for understand that you're using this particular map visual. I personally have had an issue before with this particular map visual, not necessarily with the visual, but with the permission of IT allowing it to be used. And the thing about it is, yeah, you may have to get permission, and you may not run against an accident of accidentally using it, because typically the IT department is going to lock it down. They're going to lock it down to where you're not even able to access this visual anyway. That's a long story. That could be down the road, months, days, years, light years, whatever the case may be. Just giving you general information there. But at the end of the day, this has been the second part to our maps. The first part was dealing with the regular maps, and the next map was dealing with the field map, and then this also has included the Azure map. And as you see, the Azure map, it could be a field map, or it could be it could be a field map, or it could be the map that's showing you the exact pinpoint locations. And you can actually get as deep as you want. And when you're looking at addresses, if you got the longitude and latitude of an address, it's gonna pop you right where you want to be. I'm not gonna go too much further there. I think that pretty much covers that on the custom map visuals. Once again, thank you for dropping in, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next lesson.